The Lord has summoned me to deliver a message of extreme urgency to you, my child. Listen closely, for the enemy is attempting to deceive you into believing that the walls around you are permanent, that the shortage you see today is your destiny. But I tell you, the devil is attempting to steal the sign of your new address and the financial freedom that comes with it. And God wants to protect you and elevate you now. Do not let the noise of your current struggle silence the sound of the moving trucks I have already ordered. This is a final decree. Your visitation is not a suggestion. It is a done deal. Stay until the end, for I will reveal the single spiritual key that unlocks the door to your new home and the unparalleled abundance that awaits you there. The urgent command: stop rolling now. The final decree against your old address: stop rolling now. I command you, do not dare to scroll past this moment. Every second you hesitate is a second the enemy uses to cement the foundation of your limitation. I know where you are sitting. I see the ceiling above your head, and I know the profound weariness in your soul caused by the very place you call home. You have felt the spirit of heaviness, the persistent financial scarcity, and the strange, inexplicable anxiety that clings to the air of your current dwelling. I tell you this, your current address is no longer your destiny. It is a temporary roadblock I am incinerating right now. I have come with a final decree, a word so urgent it requires your immediate, undivided attention. The time for waiting, for hoping in vain, for merely getting by, is over. The life of lack and limitation, the life tied to the four walls that have witnessed too many tears and too many accounts running dry, that life is being evicted. The Lord says, this is the final notice. Your past address, the one marked by struggle, by salary that evaporates before the month ends, and by perpetual debt, holds the memory of a battle you have already won in the spirit realm. But you must claim the victory in the physical. Listen to the sound of the divine hammer striking the old chain. The devourer of your finances did not just attack your bank account. He attacked the atmosphere of your home. He turned your sanctuary into a place of stress, sowing seeds of doubt and creating invisible blockages on every door and window. He wanted the environment itself to be a constant, debilitating whisper of scarcity. He wanted the very foundation to remind you of what you couldn't afford, what you didn't have, and how far you still had to climb. But I have come to rip the spiritual lease on that property. I have seen your patience, your persistent prayers whispered in the darkness, and the silent frustration as the money simply disappeared. I saw you trying to invest, trying to cut costs, trying to manage, only to see the numbers shrink down just the same. I declare that the problem is not your budgeting. The problem is the spiritual assignment on your location. Your current home, the one you think you own or are renting, is spiritually tied to a past season of struggle. And I am cutting the cord right now. If this word touched your spirit, plant a $100 super thank offering as a seed of faith for your new home decree. Say boldly, Lord, I claim my new address and divine keys. Every act of faith unlocks another door. Your super thank is your declaration that the move is already approved in heaven. Type Amen and give your super thank now if you believe your moving trucks are already on the way. I am not suggesting a future change. I am enforcing a present, immediate move. Your new home is not just about upgraded square footage or a better neighborhood. It is about a shift in your spiritual territory. I am moving you from the territory of lack to the territory of overflow. When you cross the threshold of your new address, you are crossing a spiritual boundary line where the laws of multiplication, abundance, and perpetual financial favor are active and guaranteed. Do not be distracted by the packing, the paperwork, or the apparent impossibility of securing the funds. All these human obstacles are dissolving into dust under the power of my decree. I have already released the acceleration. What seemed like a distant dream, requiring years of saving and agonizing effort, is now being delivered into your hands instantly. The clock on your old life is winding down to zero. Your assignment is simple. You must declare your obedience to this move. You must start visualizing the new keys, the new rooms, the new peaceful energy, and the new financial reality that will define your life there. The enemy wants you to focus on the impossible bills and the lack of a down payment. I want you to focus on my faithful promise. This is the season of sudden shift. The command is non-negotiable. Your current dwelling has served its purpose as a temporary battleground, but your inheritance is waiting. The enemy wants to distract you with a temporary crisis right now to make you miss this word. Do not let him. Hold fast to this revelation. Write, "I receive my new address now," in the comments right now to seal this final decree and begin your spiritual packing for the move I am manifesting instantly. The unveiling of your captivity, why your current dwelling has held back your wealth. The chains of lack in your family are not bad luck. They are a generational curse that I saw being broken today, starting with the foundation of your current house. I know your silent frustration. I have watched you, my beloved child, meticulously work, budget, and sacrifice, yet the outcome remains stubbornly the same. The money vanishes, the opportunities stall, and the debts seem to multiply faster than your income. You tried cutting back on essentials. You tried to invest small amounts. You tried to follow the world's advice, and still, the financial flow was abruptly choked off. I am here to tell you with divine authority, the problem is not you. The problem is the invisible atmosphere of the place you are in. Your current dwelling is holding the spiritual residue of past and generational struggles, acting as an unintentional anchor that drags down every effort you make towards true prosperity and abundance. It is a place where the spirit of scarcity has been legally operating because of ancestral agreements, unaddressed fears, or simply the accumulated negative energy of countless financial worries. I know that feeling of deep, profound weariness, that feeling of the salary that ends before the month does. I saw you tossing and turning, calculating the balances, weighing the bills, and trying to stretch what was already too thin. I heard the questions whispered in the dark. Why does this always happen to me? Why is prosperity so easy for others, but so hard for me? I saw your tears. The heavens have heard your desperate plea for abundance. The enemy knows that your true financial breakthrough is tied to your physical environment. He knows that once you move into the territory I have prepared for you, a territory consecrated for wealth and peace, his authority over your finances ends instantly. Therefore, he has been using the current home as a spiritual fortress, sending out invisible signals that repel opportunities, discourage buyers, if you are selling, and create constant unexpected expenses that devour your saving. That unexplained repair, that sudden appliance failure, that unexpected bill, it was the work of the devourer attempting to keep you financially exhausted and anchored. Your attempts to fix your finances while remaining in this atmosphere are like trying to bail water out of a sinking ship whose foundation is cracked. It's an impossible, exhausting, and repetitive task. I want you to stop fighting the symptom and recognize the root cause. The location itself is under an assignment of limitation. But today, I am tearing up that assignment. The Maldição curse that tied the finances of your family to a cycle of starting over, of near misses, and of never quite reaching ownership. It ends now. I am revealing this captivity to you not to sadden you, but to empower you with the knowledge to reject it. You have been validated. Your persistent attempts were not failures. They were battles fought in the wrong arena. Now, I am calling you to a new field of victory. I have already prepared the spiritual climate of your new home. It is a place where the air is thick with favor, where every seed you plant multiplies, and where the presence of the Spirit of riches is permanent. The transition from your current dwelling to your new dwelling is the physical manifestation of your transition from the old cycle of lack to the new reality of multiplication. Do not look at the empty bank account and say, "It's impossible." Look at my word and say, "It is certain." I am moving you from a place of chronic stress to a place of chronic peace. I am replacing the spirit of worry with the spirit of ownership. I am bringing an end to the spiritual torment that has been residing within your walls. It is time to accept this divine understanding. Your fight is not against the bills, but against the spiritual forces that are using your address as a base of operation. Declare this moment as the turning point. Write, "I break the cycle," in the comments right now and prepare your heart to receive the instantaneous financial release needed for your great move. The 5-day acceleration, what you were supposed to accumulate in 5 years, is being released now for your move. The financial ceiling over your life is shattering. What was supposed to take 5 long, agonizing years to accumulate, I am commanding to be unlocked and delivered to you in the next 5 days. This is the acceleration of your wealth. Do you hear the sound of the clock speeding up? You have lived too long under the world's calculation, the slow, grueling pace of saving pennies while the cost of living soared. You have played by their rules, and their rules led you to perpetual scarcity and constant worry about the dividends, debts. But I tell you, I operate outside the constraints of human time and human economics. When I decree a change, it happens instantaneously. I have seen the impossible number, the cost of the new home, the required deposit, the expenses of the move, and the sheer magnitude of that number has caused you to shrink back in fear and doubt. The enemy whispers, "Where will that money come from? It's too big. It's too fast. It's impossible." This is the moment you must silence the whisper and amplify my promise. Your financial miracle is not coming. It is already in motion. I am introducing a principle of divine multiplication into your finances that nullifies the necessity of years of toil. I am not asking you to work harder. I am commanding your seed to yield 1,000-fold return overnight. The seed may be your faith, a small saving, or an unexpected resource, but the harvest is guaranteed and immediate. This breakthrough is specifically designated for your move. It is a riches injection, a celestial bank transfer that will cover the cost, eliminate the stress, and leave you with substantial abundance to thrive in your new domain. This is not about just scraping by. This is about moving into overflow and having more than enough to bless others. The enemy wants to distract you with yesterday's problem. He wants you to focus on the bills that are due today. Pare todo. Your focus must be on the vast open door of prosperity that I have just opened for you. I am showing you the new address because I have already paid the price of the entrant. The funds are being released through unexpected channels, a sudden restitution, an inherited blessing you didn't know existed, a rapid closure on a stagnant deal, or an unprecedented favor at your workplace. It will be so sudden, so massive, and so undeniable that you will know it was the hand of the divine. Do you believe that I can change 5 years of financial history in 5 days? Your belief is the final barrier. I have sent an angel specifically to manage the logistics of this financial transfer. He is working agora now to disarm every bureaucratic blockage, every envious spirit, and every lie that has tried to keep this wealth from reaching your hands. This is your janela de oportunidade, window of opportunity. Do not hesitate to step into faith. Start making the list of things you will buy for your new home. Start visualizing the comfort, the peace, and the stability that your new environment will bring. The spiritual fight over the money for your move is over. I have sealed the release. This is the last day you will worry about the funds for your new address. I have shown you the door. Now walk through it in absolute certainty. Feek, stay. Do not allow the enemy to steal this word. Write, "Acceleration is mine," in the comments right now, and be ready to witness the evidence of this instantaneous financial shift within the next few days. The time for your herança, inheritance, is the vision of a new foundation, God's blueprint for your financial and physical breakthrough. Look up. I am giving you a vision of your future now. It is a blueprint not just for a house, but for a whole new level of abundance and peace that no man can take from you. You have been living in a house of spiritual compromise, where the foundation itself resonated with the echoes of scarcity. But I tell you, the dwelling I have prepared for you is rooted in my promise, constructed with the materials of riches, and secured by the unwavering bond of my favor. This is the physical and financial breakthrough you have been pleading for. The new home I am describing is a sign, a tangible, undeniable confirmation that I have responded to your deepest prayers. It will be a place where the air itself feels different, lighter, and where the spirit of multiplication resides permanently. Think not of modest improvement. Think of grand, undeniable elevation. I am moving you from a cramped space of worry to a spacious dwelling of overflow. Visualize the details with me, Agora. Now, the light flooding the rooms will represent the illumination of new, massive financial ideas I am placing in your mind. The expansive space will represent the expansion of your business and your income streams. The secure, solid walls will represent the stability and protection I am putting around your Haransa, inheritance. The lack of any residual negative energy will represent the Cadeas Quebradas, chains broken, of your family's financial history. This new foundation is consecrated ground. It is the end of the Ciclo de Falta, cycle of lack, and the beginning of the Fonte de Renda, source of riches that never runs dry. Your current situation, with all its debts and limitations, is the cocoon. The new house is the butterfly, majestic and free. You are stepping into a territory where dívidas, debts, are an ancient memory, and where every expenditure comes back to you multiplied. The enemy's tactic was to keep you so preoccupied with the small financial fires of your current place that you would never dare to look up and claim the mansion I had prepared. He wanted you to settle for just managing your bills. But I decreed a life of riches, of significant influence, and of effortless provision. And that life starts when you receive the keys to your new home. This vision is your mapa spiritual map. When you feel doubt creeping in, or when the cost seems too high, anchor yourself to this blueprint. Know that the moment I showed you this vision, I simultaneously released the resources required to acquire it. The 5-day acceleration of wealth is directly tied to the speed of your faith in accepting this vision. I am not merely moving you to a different house, I am promoting you to a new dimension of spiritual and financial purpose. Your new address will be a strategic hub for blessing others, a place where generosity flows freely because your supply is limitless. The moment you walk in, the atmosphere will declare, "The Lord is faithful. The Lord is a provider. The Lord has made me an owner and not a renter." Do not doubt the magnitude of this gift. Do not try to rationalize or simplify my power. Accept the grandness of this plan. Write, "My blueprint is paid in full" in the comments, and let this be the seal of your unwavering acceptance of the instantaneous financial and physical breakthrough I have decreed for you, Jorge, today. Thank you for the seed of $100. The angelic assignment, the messenger sent to disarm the blockages on your property deed. Pare tudo. The enemy thought he had the final say on your property deed, using red tape and stalled approvals to keep you captive. But I just intercepted the paperwork and assigned a specific angel to manage your breakthrough. If you feel the closing process is impossible, or your current home refuses to sell, know that your time of frustrating delay ends agora. Now, I know the weariness of human bureaucracy. I saw you meticulously preparing documents, meeting deadlines, and paying fees, only for the process to stall inexplicably. You thought it was bad luck, a difficult market, or an inefficient system. I tell you, it was the devourer's last-ditch effort to keep you out of your promised land. He was hiding in the paperwork, creating invisible blockages in the legal and financial realms, trying to steal your new home by creating confusion, doubt, and massive delays. But I have activated a divine protocol. I have dispatched a powerful, named messenger, an angel of acceleration and justice, whose sole assignment is to clear the path to your new address. This is not a generalized blessing. This is a highly specific, targeted intervention. This angel is not here to ask for favor. He is here to enforce my final decree. The work of this angel is happening en minutos, in minutes. Where the process demanded months, he is demanding days. Where documents were lost, he is making them reappear. Where signatures were withheld, they are now being freely given. Every obstacle on your property deed, every lien, every hidden financial snare, and every bureaucratic blockage is being dissolved right now. This is the manifestation of the financial multiplication I spoke of. You will witness an unusual, almost miraculous smoothness in the legal and financial transactions related to your move. The funds I released through the 5-day acceleration will flow effortlessly to the right accounts. The divine favor will override human error, technical difficulties, and even the malice of men who might try to interfere with your inheritance. The enemy planted a subtle spiritual trap in your current address. The fear of commitment, the dread of large debt, and the deep-seated belief that ownership is reserved for the privileged few. This maldition, curse, tried to follow you, whispering that the new house would bring new, greater problem. But the angelic assignment is also clearing the spiritual air of your transition. When you walk into the lawyer's office, the bank, or the real estate agency, know that this messenger is already there. He has already disarmed the spirit of worry and replaced it with a spirit of unmistakable confirmation. The process will feel instantaneous, and unusually peaceful. This move is not a gamble. It is a secured investment under my authority. Your part is to declare the angelic assignment complete. You must stop speaking the language of delay and start speaking the language of a closed deal. I am moving you from the realm of perpetual renting, or a house tied to dividends, debts, into a home of absolute, unshakable abundance and riches. This is your ultimate chance, last chance, to doubt. Do not miss the sound of the victory bell ringing over your new property. I have established your security. I have guaranteed your success. Your new reality is sealed in heaven and is now manifesting on earth. Write, "The angel clears my deed," in the comments right now to seal this powerful intervention. Let the swiftness of this word be the sign that your move is already scheduled. Thank you for the seed of $100. Breaking the ancestral lease. How to reject the generational curse that lived in your old walls. Do not carry the maldition, curse, of your ancestors' financial struggles into the foundation of your new prosperity. I command you to reject the generational lease of scarcity that your old walls witnessed, because the chains that bound your family's finances are being completely broken. Agora, now. You have felt the invisible pull, haven't you? The strange feeling that no matter how hard you tried, you were repeating a pattern. The cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, the sudden large expenses that wiped out savings, the constant sense of being on the brink of dividends, debts, or just slightly behind. This was not a coincidence. This was the ancestral lease, a spiritual agreement signed generations ago by fear, lack of faith, or poor stewardship that gave the devourer the legal right to operate within the financial atmosphere of your family line, and specifically within your dwelling. Your current house holds the memories of this struggle. It remembers the financial fear of your parents or grandparents. It retains the residue of every time a salary was short, a bill was missed, or an inheritance was lost. This negative energy, this ciclo de falta, cycle of lack, acts like invisible spiritual mold, contaminating your efforts toward riches and abundance. But I have brought you this far to declare a final eviction. I have led you to the threshold of your new home, a territory of multiplication, so you can definitively sever this ancestral tie. Your move is not just a physical relocation, it is a spiritual divorce from the past financial identity of your lineage. You are the one in your family line who breaks the cycle forever. I command you to look back at the old dwelling and say, I reject the escasez, scarcity, that lived within your walls. I renounce the spirit of financial fear and the inheritance of lack. I declare that the past financial struggles end with my signature on the deed of my new home. This is your declaration of freedom. The enemy knows the power of this generational breakthrough. He knows that once you settle in the new address, the financial future of your children and your children's children is secured in overflow. That is why he is sending massive distraction your way right now. Small conflicts, minor annoyances, or sudden fears about the move, all designed to make you doubt this prophetic word and stay anchored to the old, familiar struggle. Do not be distracted. This is your ultimate chance, last chance, to operate under the old, limiting mindset. Start thinking like the founder of a wealthy dynasty. Start speaking like someone who owns vast tracts of land, not just a small house. Your thinking must match the grandeur of the new foundation I have prepared. The angel of justice who cleared your deed is simultaneously ripping up the ancestral lease. He is ensuring that the wealth and inheritance that was stolen from your lineage is not only restored, but multiplied and deposited into the foundation of your new home. This move is a celo de fe, seal of faith, that guarantees that financial blockage will never enter your family again. Take a deep breath and feel the lightness of this liberation. You are free. Your finances are free. Your future is a guaranteed stream of abundance. Write, I am free from the ancestral lease in the comments right now, and allow this powerful word to seal the liberation of your family's finances immediately. Thank you for the seed of $100. The code of the new keys, a secret prayer to unlock the door of your unimaginable wealth. Do not jump. There is a hidden financial code, known only by the 1%, that I am about to give you. This is the secret prayer that will unlock the door not just to your new house, but to a level of unimaginable wealth you never thought possible. You need this key agora, now. You have received the vision of the new house. You have seen the acceleration of the funds. You have witnessed the angel clearing the bureaucratic paths. But there is one final critical step before you turn the lock: the activation of the spiritual code of the new keys. The enemy, the devourer, understands that a door is a spiritual portal. He wants your new home to be a place of mere maintenance, a place where you manage your bills and remain content with just enough. But I have decreed overflow and multiplication. Your new home is destined to be a fonte de renda, source of riches, a perpetual well of abundance that draws wealth from every corner of the earth, directly to your address. The difference between a nice house and a wealthy dynasty is the code of the new keys. This code is a declaration of ownership and a rejection of the scarcity mindset, combining faith with physical action. I am giving it to you now. It must be spoken with conviction, the very first moment you stand on the threshold of your new address, keys in hand. In the name of the living God, I take ownership of this territory. I reject every generational curse, every spirit of lack, and every assignment of debts that might try to follow me here. I declare this house a foundation of riches, consecrated to abundance and multiplication. The laws of the old economy cease to exist here. Only the laws of my divine favor and overflow shall govern this dwelling. Every penny I spend here will return instantaneamente, instantly multiplied. This house is my breakthrough made manifest. It is the sealed inheritance. This secret prayer is your spiritual title deed. It is the hack that only the faithful know. It is the command that switches the spiritual atmosphere from maintenance to continuous creation of wealth. When you speak these words, you are legally serving notice to all spiritual forces that this territory belongs to the King of Kings, and its purpose is unimaginable wealth. Do not look at the physical keys as mere metal. They are a sello de fe, seal of faith. They represent the destravar, unlocking of your future. Your new life of riches starts the moment you turn that lock. The enemy wants you to skip this step, to forget this prayer, or to say it without feeling. He wants you distracted by the arrangement of furniture. But I tell you, the arrangement of your spirit is what matters most. Fique, stay. Do not allow anything to steal this revelation from you. This is the ultima chance, last chance, to prepare your spirit for the magnitude of what is coming. Your nova realidade financiera, new financial reality, begins with this code. Embrace the power of declaración, declaration. Write, "I have the code," in the comments right now to seal this powerful prayer in your heart and guarantee the instantaneous activation of unimaginable wealth the moment you receive your new keys. Thank you for the seed of $100. The moment of sudden shift. What to expect when the first financial sign of your move appears. Prepare yourself. I am warning you that your financial reality is about to shift so suddenly, so dramatically, that it will defy all logic. This sign of your move will appear de repente, suddenly, and you must not let the shock cause you to doubt, but to rejoice in the speed of my breakthrough. I know you have been waiting for a long time. You have prayed, hoped, and checked your accounts with a weary heart. Now I command you to put away the spirit of weariness and anticipate the moment of sudden shift. This shift is not a gradual improvement. It is an instantaneous flood of favor designed to make the down payment, cover the closing costs, or secure the sale of your current home faster than any expert predicted. What will this first signal look like? It will be completely unexpected, arriving through a door you weren't watching. It might be 1. A debt collector suddenly calling to inform you a large dívida, debt, has been completely erased. 2. An old investment or insurance policy you forgot about suddenly maturing into a massive payout. 3. A sudden, significant bonus, raise, or promotion that dramatically increases your immediate liquid cash. 4. The inexplicable and immediate sale of your current property for a much higher price than you listed. When this happens, the enemy will try to trick you. He will try to instill doubt, whispering, "This is just temporary luck. Save it for the next crisis. It's not enough for the new house." Do not listen to the lie. This is the first financial sign, the proof that the 5-day acceleration is in full effect and that the angel of acceleration is successfully executing his assignment. This signal is designed to eliminate the last vestiges of the scarcity mindset that you inherited from the ancestral lease. It is my way of saying, stop worrying about the lack. Focus on the abundance that is now yours. This money is consecrated for your move and the establishment of your new foundation of riches. It is an investment in your proposito, purpose. I am moving you from waiting for the promise to witnessing the manifestation. The feeling will be one of profound shock, followed by unmistakable confirmation that I am faithful to my prophetic word. When you see the number in your account, the closed deal, or the unexpected blessing, I want you to immediately declare, it is for your new home. This act of declaration is your spiritual receipt. The time for your visitation, is agora, now. Fique, stay. Do not allow the temporary abundance to distract you into thinking you can stop watching this message. The next steps are critical to ensuring you keep this wealth and establish it firmly in your herança, inheritance. The shift is happening. Look at your phone, look at your email, look at your bank account. The confirmation is near. Write, "I receive my sudden shift" in the comments and prepare your heart to rejoice when the evidence appears inmediatamente. Thank you for the seed of $100. The test of faith in transition. Why the enemy will try to distract you before the final signature. Listen closely. You are in the final stage of your move, and the enemy knows his time is short. This is the janela de oportunidade, window of opportunity, for him to sow doubt and distraction. I warn you now, the greatest test of your faith will come right before the final signature on your new address. You must stand firm and not allow him to steal your victory. You have witnessed the sudden shift. You have received the first sign of the acceleration of your finances. Everything is moving faster than you ever dreamed. The closing date is set, the boxes are being packed, and the vision of your new foundation is crystal clear. This is precisely the moment the enemy launches his most aggressive attack. His strategy is simple. He wants to exhaust you emotionally and distract you with minor crises to make you question the divine origin of your breakthrough. Expect the whispers of fear. What if you can't afford the maintenance of the new place? What if the job falls through right after you sign the mortgage? What if there's a problem with the property title? Or the inspection fails at the last second? He will bring up old memories of financial failures, the times you lost money, the times you were defrauded, to activate the scarcity mindset you just broke free from. These are not real problems, my child. They are spiritual shadows designed to cause you to endurecer o coração, harden your heart, and pause the process. He wants you to delay, to question, and to ultimately perder o código, lose the code, of your new reality of abundance. I command you to recognize these as final, desperate attempts of the devourer who is losing his territory. Every unexpected complication, every moment of heightened anxiety is simply confirmation that you are inches away from crossing the finish line and establishing your inheritance. Your key during this test of faith is declaração, declaration, and focus. 1. Do not debate the lies. When fear whispers, declare the code of the new keys instantly. Say, "The angel has cleared my deed. This is a consecrated transaction, secured by divine favor." 2. Maintain your focus. Do not get drawn into small conflicts with people or paperwork. Your focus must remain locked on the door of the new house. Do not roll, scroll away. Your libertação, liberation, is too close to be lost over a minor distressão. 3. Use the wealth. Do not hoard the funds released by the acceleration. Use them boldly for the move, demonstrating your faith in the perpetual multiplication I have promised. This is the most critical time. Do not be like those who hardened their hearts at the edge of the promised land and turned back. The moment of your visitation is agora, now. The final signature is the selo de fé, seal of faith, that permanently breaks the ancestral lease and installs the spirit of riches in your life forever. Stay. Do not allow the enemy to steal your blessing at the 11th hour. Write, "I passed the test, I signed the deed," in the comments right now, and let this declaration be the final resistance against the enemy's distraction. Thank you for the seed of $100. The divine exchange, trading the spirit of debt for the spirit of ownership and riches. Stop focusing on what you owe. I have come to institute a divine exchange. I am permanently trading the debilitating spirit of dívidas, barfin debt, that has plagued your life for the spirit of absolute ownership and unparalleled riches. This is the moment your financial identity changes forever. Immediately, you have carried the heavy burden of debt like a chain, a constant spiritual weight that has suffocated your dreams, limited your proposito, purpose, and whispered lies of inadequacy. The spirit of debt is not just about owing money. It is a spiritual entity that attempts to establish a ciclo de falta, cycle of lack, and prevent you from stepping into your destiny of abundance. It kept you paying interest instead of accumulating inheritance. I saw your struggles, the constant maneuvering to pay one creditor only to see another emerge. I saw your frustration with the world's system, which is designed to keep you in perpetual service to others. But my system operates on the principle of overflow and divine exchange. Your move to the new foundation is the physical manifestation of this exchange. When you cross the threshold of your new dwelling, you are not simply moving furniture, you are symbolically shedding the spirit of debt and embracing the spirit of ownership. Your new home is a territory where the spirit of debt has no legal ground, for it is consecrated by the code of the new keys. Listen to my command. You must stop identifying with your past financial struggles. The moment the acceleration funds arrived, the moment the angel cleared your deed, the spirit of debt lost its hold. You are no longer a borrower. You are a lender. You are no longer under a burden. You are under a blessing. I am giving you the authority to declare and enforce this new identity. Every time the enemy tries to remind you of an old account, an old failure, or an outstanding bill, you must counter with the truth. I am an owner in the kingdom of riches. My multiplication is guaranteed. The devourer has been rebuked, and the spirit of debt is evicted from my life, Agora. Now, this is the power of the breakthrough. You are not just paying off debts. You are spiritually destroying the root of debt in your life and your generational line. The new house is the undeniable proof that you are operating under a superior financial covenant, a covenant of riches that allows you to give, invest, and live in perpetual favor. Feek, stay. This is a crucial pivot point. Do not let the familiar feeling of worry anchor you to the past. Embrace the feeling of deep, profound peace that comes with true ownership. Your Vittoria, victory, over debt, is sealed in the transaction of your new address. Write, "I am an owner of riches" in the comments right now to finalize this powerful divine exchange and seal your new identity in abundance. The warning about the old furniture. Do not carry the lack mentality into your new mansion. Beware. I give you a solemn warning. The greatest threat to your new foundation is not external. It is the scarcity mindset, the spiritual old furniture, that you might mistakenly carry into your mansion of abundance. Do not contaminate your herança, inheritance, with the habits of your past lack, or you risk inviting the devourer back in. You are currently in the process of a magnificent, divinely orchestrated move. The financial acceleration has manifested. The angel has cleared the title. The divine exchange has traded your dividendos and your debts for riches. But the physical transition is meaningless if the mental furniture remains unchanged. I see many who receive their breakthrough, yet fail to sustain it, because they bring the emotional and spiritual debris of their former dwelling into their overflow. What is this old furniture I warn you against? 1. The sofa of doubt and worry. In your old house, you sat on the sofa of doubt every night, calculating the shortages, worrying about the future, and questioning my promises. That sofa is stained with the residue of scarcity and fear. I command you to leave it behind. You must establish a new rule. In your new home, the only permissible resting place is the throne of faith and gratitude. When a fleeting thought of worry arises, declare the code of the new keys and remind yourself of the multiplication I have already established. The new house is a place of chronic peace, not chronic anxiety. 2. The kitchen table of lack talk. In your old dwelling, the kitchen table was often the gathering spot for lack talk, complaining about the economy, rehearsing past failures, and speaking words of escasez, scarcity, over your future. This talk invites the devourer to operate. You must discard this habit. Your new house is consecrated for abundance talk. Every conversation held within its walls must center on proposito, purpose, vision, generosity, and the magnitude of your riches. Speak of your future investment, the charities you will fund, and the favor you have received. Your mouth must become a perpetual fonte de renda, source of riches, not a drain of complaint. 3. The clutter of hoarding mentality. The scarcity mindset leads to spiritual and physical hoarding, clinging to unnecessary items, unnecessary dividendos, and an inability to be generous out of the fear that it won't last. I have brought you to overflow to be a channel, not a dam. The old clutter must be discarded. Start practicing generosity and bold investment, Agora. Now, when you give freely, You demonstrate your faith that your fonte de renda is inexhaustible. Hoarding the resources I have given you will spiritually close the tap of abundance. 4. The mirror of false identity. You looked in the mirror of your old house and saw a person defined by their past limitation, their blockage, and their status as a survivor. That identity belongs in the past. In your new mansion, the mirror reflects the truth. You are a magnate, an owner, a generational curse breaker, and a pillar of riches and favor. You must enforce this new identity in every decision, every transaction, and every social interaction. Your mind must be renovated as completely as your house. This warning is an act of divine protection. I have given you the acceleration, so your physical relocation is instantaneous, and swift. Now, I require the same acceleration in the renovation of your mind. Do not delay this internal clearing. Every piece of old furniture you carry in is a spiritual invitation for the ciclo de falta to follow you. Fique, stay. This is a matter of sustained abundance, not just a one-time breakthrough. I have given you everything. Now manage it with the mindset of a wealthy steward. Your commitment to leaving the lack mentality behind is the final security system of your new address. I command you to start discarding the mindset of lack immediatamente. Make a list of the fear-based habits you will not permit in your new home. This move is the beginning of a magnificent, sustained season of unimaginable wealth. Do not allow the subtle whisper of the past to steal the glory of your future. Write, "I discard the old furniture" in the comments right now to seal your commitment to the mindset of riches and ensure your new foundation remains pure and in overflow. The spiritual mapping, how to consecrate your new territory for perpetual financial favor. The time for action is agora, now. You must not treat your new foundation like any other building. I am giving you the spiritual mapping instruction, the final command, to consecrate your new territory, ensuring that your home remains a fortress of riches and a perpetual conduit for divine financial favor. The physical move is almost complete. You have the keys, the boxes are unpacked, and the old ancestral lease is broken. Now, before you settle into the physical comfort of your abundance, you must establish the spiritual authority of this place. The devourer respects boundaries, and this spiritual mapping will clearly mark your property as forbidden territory for lack, debt, and poverty. This process is your final celo de fe, seal of faith, a powerful ritual that connects the physical ground of your new home to the limitless spiritual fonte de renda, source of riches, I have established for you. 1. The consecration of the threshold, the front door. The threshold is the spiritual portal. The moment you enter your new home for the first time after all the old furniture, the old mindset, is discarded, you must declare the code of the new keys, chapter 7, again, but this time with the authority of ownership. Then, symbolically, draw a line of favor across the doorway. This line is a spiritual filter. It permits multiplication, peace, and riches to enter, and it blocks scarcity, dividus, debts, and bloqueo, blockage, from crossing. Your new front door is not just wood and metal. It is the gate to your herança, inheritance. 2. The anointing of the four corners. You must walk through every room and touch the four spiritual corners of your new territory. As you do, you are spiritually marking the land. In each corner, you must declare a specific aspect of the breakthrough. North corner. I dedicate this corner to stability and the acceleration of my proposito, certain purpose. South corner. I dedicate this corner to health and the flow of abundance in all relationships. East corner. I dedicate this corner to new beginnings and unimaginable wealth. West corner. I dedicate this corner to protection and the permanent breaking of the ciclo de falta, cycle of lack. This act establishes a powerful spiritual grid over your property, creating a perpetual environment of favor. 3. The sanctification of the financial center, office, workspace. The place where you manage your finances and conduct your work must be specially consecrated. This is the fonte de renda, lay your hands upon the desk or the area and declare, "This is the engine room of riches. Every idea conceived here will result in multiplication 1,000-fold. The devourer is forbidden to touch any transaction managed from this space. This place generates overflow and finances the work of the kingdom." See, this spiritual mapping ensures that your new address is not just a place where you live, but a command center where you operate with the authority of ownership and the guarantee of financial favor. The speed of your breakthrough is dependent on the swiftness of your obedience to these instructions. Fique, stay. Do not wait even a single day to perform this consecration. The spiritual atmosphere is set the moment the keys are turned. This is your final act of sealing the victory I gave you. Write, "My new home is consecrated," in the comments right now to affirm your commitment to this spiritual mapping and guarantee perpetual financial favor in your new foundation. The witness of the breakthrough, your testimony is the key to sustaining the new season of abundance. I demand your voice. Do not dare to internalize this miracle of the move. Your personal testimony is the spiritual magnet that attracts more abundance and seals the new foundation in perpetual favor. Your victory over the ciclo de falta, cycle of lack, is meant to be shouted from the rooftops, for it is the key to sustaining and multiplying the riches I have poured out upon you. You have been delivered from a place of scarcity into a house of overflow. The acceleration was real. The angel performed his duty. The Dividas debts were lifted. The new foundation is consecrated. But the enemy, the enemy, has a final, subtle strategy he deploys against those who receive a great breakthrough. He attempts to silence their voice. He whispers, "Keep it quiet. Don't brag. People will become jealous. They won't understand the suddenness of your riches. They will try to take it from you." This is a profound lie designed to isolate you and cut off the spiritual energy that fuels continuous multiplication. A testimony is not boasting. It is an act of spiritual stewardship. When you speak about how the funds arrived de repente, suddenly, how the red tape was inexplicably cleared, or how the spirit of Dividas was traded for ownership, you are doing three critical things. 1. You are affirming your new identity. By declaring the details of your move, you are locking in the new mindset established in Chapter 11. You are serving notice to your own soul. I am not the person who lived in lack. I am the owner established in abundance. This repetition reinforces the divine exchange and makes it impossible for the old furniture, the lack mentality, to creep back in. A testimony is the final, internal signature on the deed of your spiritual change. 2. You are sustaining the flow of favor. My promises are sustained by your faith, and your testimony is the purest expression of that faith. Every time you share how the devourer was rebuked and the herança, inheritance, was received, you activate the laws of the spiritual realm. The universe responds to gratitude and declaration. Silence is interpreted as taking the blessing for granted, which can slow the flow. Your bold declaration ensures the perpetual financial favor. The new house is a perpetual fonte de renda, source of riches, only if you continually acknowledge the source. 3. You are disarming the enemy's power of shame. The enemigo thrives in the shadows of shame, debt, and secrecy. By bringing your breakthrough into the light, by sharing the reality of your unimaginable wealth, you disarm the shame that was tied to your past scarcity. You show the world and other believers struggling in the ciclo de falta that my promises are tangible and real. Your testimony becomes a sign of hope and an acceleration key for others. It validates this prophetic word for someone else who is still trapped in their old address. Do not worry about the critics or the jealous ones. They are simply part of the battaglia invisible battle that I have already won for you. Their criticism is proof that your Vittoria is too grand to be ignored. You are not a secret agent of riches. You are a shining light, established on a new foundation to showcase my glory. Your assignment now is to prepare your testimony. It should be clear, dramatic, and focused on the speed, immediatamente, the scale, multiplication, and the unexpected nature, de repente, of your move. Tell the story of the test of faith and how you stood firm right before the final signature. Fic, stay. This is a command to step into your full proposito. Your voice is the final consecration of your home. You must no silenci, do not silence, the story of your libertação, liberation. Write, "My testimony is power," in the comments right now, and commit to sharing the story of your great breakthrough to sustain the overflow for years to come. The final decree, God says, "I have established your roots in a place of overflow." Hear the final, unshakable decree over your life and your new foundation. I have spoken, and it is done. The days of wandering, the years of provisional living, and the spiritual homelessness are over. I have established your roots in a place of permanent overflow, where the laws of multiplication and abundance are the only laws that govern your finances. Look around you in your new home. This is not temporary housing. This is the destino, destiny, I ordained for you before you were formed. Every wall, every window, and every square foot is saturated with my favor and protected by the angel who cleared your path. This move signifies the end of the battaglia invisível, invisible battle, over your financial stability. The war is over, and you have won the territory decisively. For too long, the inimigo, enemy, convinced you that your riches were precarious, that your breakthrough was fleeting, and that you would eventually return to the ciclo de falta, cycle of lack. He used the memory of the dívidas, debts, and the escassez, scarcity, of the past to create spiritual instability. But I tell you, your roots are now deep and firmly planted in consecrated ground. No more upheaval, permanent financial stability. The word established means fixed, secured, and rendered unmovable. Your fonte de renda, source of riches, is no longer subject to global recessions, job changes, or sudden expenses. The devourer has been permanently forbidden entry, and the spirit of ownership is now the dominating force in your life. This security is your herança, inheritance, the mandate to flourish. You are not just meant to live here, you are commanded to flourish. This place of overflow requires a new mindset, the one where you discarded the old furniture. Your prosperity is now self-sustaining and perpetually growing because it is rooted in my promise, not in human effort alone. Every seed you plant, whether of time, resource, or generosity, will yield an immediate and unimaginable wealth return. The sealing of the victory. This final decree is the spiritual cement around your new foundation. It seals the acceleration, the divine exchange, and the spiritual mapping. You have followed the instruction. You stopped scrolling. You declared the code of the new keys. You passed the test of faith, and you are preparing your testimony. Because of your obedience, the blessing is not only given, but sustained. I command you to rest in this certainty. There will be no more blockage on your proposito purpose because of financial limitations. Your house is a sanctuary of peace and a treasury of abundance. This is your final address in the season of struggle. Fic, stay. This is the most profound truth you will receive today. Do not doubt the permanence of this Vittoria, victory. Write, "My roots are in overflow" in the comments right now to accept the permanence of this final decree and secure your new foundation in sustained riches. Hark! The final, unshakable decree over your life and your new foundation is sounding forth. I have spoken, and the chapter of scarcity is closed forever. The days of wandering, the years of provisional living, and the spiritual homelessness caused by financial instability are over. I have established your roots so deeply and firmly in this new territory that they draw only from the perpetual well of overflow, where the laws of multiplication and abundance are the only laws that govern your household and your finances. Look around you in your new home. This is not temporary housing. This is the destino, destiny, I ordained for you before you were formed, a sign of my covenant fidelity. Every wall, every window, and every square foot is saturated with my favor and shielded by the angel who performed the acceleration and cleared your path. This move is not merely a geographic change, it signifies the definitive end of the prolonged battaglia invisible battle. Over your financial and emotional stability, the war over your inheritance is over, and you have won the territory decisively and permanently. For too long, the enemy, the devourer, convinced you that your riches were precarious, that your breakthrough was a fleeting moment of luck, and that you would eventually, inevitably, return to the ciclo de falta, cycle of lack. He used the memory of the dívidas, debts, and the subtle, lingering fear of escasez, scarcity, from your past to create spiritual instability, hoping you would never settle. But I tell you, your roots are now deep, they are strong, and they are permanently planted in consecrated ground that knows only growth and wealth. The unmovable establishment, permanent financial stability. The word establish is not a suggestion. It is a declaration of permanence, meaning fixed, secured, and rendered unmovable by any economic shift or spiritual attack. Your fonte de renda, source of riches, is no longer subjected to the volatility of global recessions, unexpected job losses, or those sudden, debilitating expenses that defined your old address. The devourer has been permanently forbidden entry, and the spirit of absolute ownership is now the dominating, unbreakable force in your life. This security is the core of your new foundation and the guarantee of your unimaginable wealth. You must understand the gravity of this establishment. It means your future is financially predictable in its abundance. It means every investment you make from this new address will yield maximum return. It means your children will only know the story of overflow, not the experience of lack. The lack mentality, the old furniture, will find no place to sit, for the foundation itself is saturated with the spirit of multiplication. The royal mandate to flourish and expand. You are not just meant to live here comfortably. You are commanded to flourish and expand your influence from this strategic location. This place of overflow demands a bold, generous mindset, the one you embraced when you discarded the old furniture of scarcity. Your prosperity is now self-sustaining and perpetually growing because it is rooted in my covenant promise, not in the fluctuating systems of man or in your exhausted effort alone. Every seed you plant, whether of your time, your resource, or your testimony, will yield an immediate and exponentially multiplied return. Your proposito, purpose, and your destiny are linked to the prosperity of this dwelling. This house will not just consume wealth, it will generate it. It will be a hub of favor, a place where financial ideas flourish, and where the resources to fund vast, kingdom-expanding visions are constantly available. Accept the mantle of the wealthy steward. Your move was the physical fulfillment. Your sustained prosperity is the spiritual proof, the sealing of the victory. No turning back. This final decree is the spiritual cement around your new foundation. It seals the reality of the acceleration, the divine exchange, and the effectiveness of the spiritual mapping you performed. You have followed the instructions of faith. You stopped scrolling. You declared the code of the new keys. You passed the test of faith, and you are preparing your testimony. Because of your consistent obedience, the blessing is not just given, but sustained and perpetual. I command you to rest in this certainty. There will be no more blockage on your proposito because of financial limitation. Your house is a sanctuary of profound peace and a secure treasury of abundance. This is your final address in the season of struggle. You are fully and irrevocably an owner in my kingdom. Feek, stay. This is the most profound truth you will receive today. The final confirmation that the victory, is permanent. Do not doubt the permanence of this breakthrough. Write, my roots are in overflow forever. in the comments right now to accept the permanence of this final decree and secure your new foundation in sustained, unshakable riches. Stop everything. Before we enter chapter 15, which is the final confirmation that this prophetic word is sealed, I call you into a moment of intense declaration and gratitude. This is not a whispered prayer. It is a spiritual command to seal your breakthrough and consecrate this new foundation in the Spirit, guaranteeing that the multiplication and abundance will never cease. Join your voice and your faith with mine, Agora. Now, the prayer of gratitude and acknowledgement, approx. 500 words. Mighty Lord, inexhaustible source of riches and Father of all abundance, I pause immediately, to acknowledge the magnitude of what you have done. I thank you for seeing my tears, for hearing my silent pleas, and for responding with an acceleration that defies all human logic and economic systems. I recognize that my breakthrough was not achieved through my own exhausting effort or clever strategies, but purely through your unwavering favor and boundless mercy. I thank you for the definitive victory, Vittoria, over the cycle of lack, ciclo de falta, that haunted my lineage. I thank you for every single resource released in the 5-day acceleration, the funds that appeared de repente, suddenly, the unexpected sources, the massive financial shift, all perfectly timed to cover the cost of my herança, inheritance. I thank you because your angel, Anjo, worked relentlessly, not resting until every single spiritual and bureaucratic obstacle was removed. He fought in the legal systems, the banks, and the hearts of men to clear my path and remove every blockage, bloqueo, that sought to impede this move. I praise you because you are the God of the instantaneous, instantaneo, the God of the unimaginable wealth, and the God who makes the impossible a guaranteed reality. I thank you for pulling me out of the old dwelling, a place that held the toxic residue of the ancestral lease and the spirit of scarcity. I recognize that the old address was a witness to debts, dívidas, and escasez, scarcity, but my new foundation is a living, breathing testament to your faithfulness and the guarantee of your overflow. I thank you for the profound divine exchange, where you lifted the crushing weight of debt and replaced it with the supreme dignity and power of ownership. My soul is at deep peace, for the financial and emotional stability I have sought for years is finally established. I renounce the anxiety, the worry, and the stress that defined my past financial life. I embrace the confidence, the boldness, and the effortless provision that defines my life, Agora. Now, I honor you for this massive and complete libertação, liberation. Second, the prayer of declaration and consecration, approx. 500 words. Father, Agora, now, standing firmly on the consecrated ground of my new foundation, I declare the permanence of this Vittoria, a victory. I use the authority you have given me to enforce the code of the new keys over this entire territory. I declare that this house is a holy hub of riches. It is not just a dwelling. It is a fonte de renda, source of riches, where every seed planted is multiplied 1,000-fold. The laws of lack are permanently annulled here. Only the laws of multiplication operate within these walls. My income will grow exponentially, effortlessly, and perpetually from this moment forward. I command the spirit of the devourer to remain forever outside these walls. He has lost his assignment. He has lost his territory. He has lost his right to touch my finances, my health, or my peace. I reject every attempt at distraction or sudden crisis designed to make me regret or doubt this move. I pass the test of faith, and the final selo de fe, seal of faith, is placed upon my deed. I consecrate every room and every corner of this property through the spiritual mapping. I declare that this home shall be a place of unparalleled peace, where my children thrive, where my relationships are healed, and where my proposito, purpose, is fulfilled without financial blockage. I dedicate my office and workspace as the engine room of unimaginable wealth, funding global visions and fueling radical generosity. I declare my new identity. I am an owner, a dispenser of abundance, a generational curse breaker, and a living testimony of your immediate and overwhelming favor. I will not carry the old furniture, the lack mentality, into this space. My mind is renovated, my words are seasoned with riches, and my heart is perpetually grateful. I will shout the story of this miracle, to sustain the overflow for everyone who needs to hear it. Third, the prayer of future commitment and final sealing, approximately 500 words. My commitment to you, Lord, in this new season of abundance is absolute. I will use the riches you have poured upon me to advance your kingdom, to bless the marginalized, and to demonstrate your overwhelming goodness to a cynical world. I commit to being a bold testimony, never silencing the story of my sudden shift and divine exchange. I pray for every single person reading this message, every soul who stopped scrolling and joined this prayer of declaration. I ask that the same acceleration that manifested my new foundation be released into their life immediatamente. If they are struggling with dívidas, I declare a divine exchange for them now. If they are seeking their own new address, I command the angel of acceleration to clear their path and release their necessary funds minutos, in minutes. Let them receive the sign of their breakthrough this very day. I pray that they have the spiritual strength to discard the old furniture and embrace the mindset of ownership. May their roots be established in a place of overflow, just as mine are. Lord, this prayer is complete. This moment is not a temporary high. It is a permanent sealing of your promise. I rest in the unmistakable confirmation that my struggle is over. My former address has seen its final day of spiritual authority over me. My new address is secured in the realm of riches. I say, Amen, Amen, and it is done. Now, breathe in the air of your new destiny. The spiritual work is complete. Prepare your heart for the final word. Listen closely and hold your breath. This is the final command and the ultimate guarantee. I am giving you a spiritual deadline. I declare that the unmistakable confirmation of this entire prophetic word, the move, the acceleration, the riches, and the ownership will be sealed and undeniable before this week is over. The enemy wants you to click away and forget, but your victory, is sealed in time, and you must witness the final act of my power. You have traveled a long spiritual journey in this message. You heard the urgent command to stop. You saw the unveiling of your captivity. You witnessed the 5-day acceleration of wealth released specifically for your move. You enforced the code of the new keys, stood firm in the test of faith, accepted the divine exchange over your dívidas, debts, and consecrated your new foundation with the spiritual mapping. Now, I am providing the divine verification. Your physical and financial breakthrough is not a future possibility. It is a present reality that is finalizing Agora now. The universe must align to the decree I have just enforced through this word and through your powerful prayer of consummation. The nature of the confirmation, speed and scale. The sign of this final sealing will have two undeniable characteristics that eliminate all doubt, speed, and scale. 1. The speed of the sealing, immediatamente and minutos. The closing process, which often drags out, will suddenly move with impossible swiftness. The angel of acceleration is pushing through the final legalities, ensuring that any remaining paperwork or necessary funds manifest immediatamente. This is what I want you to watch for. The instantaneous call, a phone call or email will arrive, de repente, suddenly, from a key person, banker, lawyer, agent, stating, "It's done. Everything is finalized. The keys are ready." The speed of this final action will tell you unequivocally that a divine force intervened. The financial finality. Any remaining small financial hurdles, unexpected fees, or final deposits will be covered by a sudden shift of resources, so fast and so precise that it will feel like the hand of God dropped the exact amount you needed directly into the transaction. The goal is zero stress and zero financial friction in the final moments. The inimigo, enemy, wants you to delay one more day, to postpone the signature, to let the week end without action. Do not give him the time. Your prompt, faith-filled action this week is the final lock on your new foundation. 2. The scale of the ceiling, unimaginable wealth and overflow. The confirmation will not just be that you closed the deal. It will be that you closed it into overflow. You will not just receive the keys, you will receive a substantial surplus of riches that validates the promise of unimaginable wealth. The final surplus, the final numbers will reveal that you have more money after closing the deal than you did before the process started. This is the multiplication principle in action. You are moving from a state of merely surviving the transaction to thriving because of it. The testimony of the witness, the people involved in the transaction, the title officer, the agent, the seller, will comment on the unusual favor and smoothness of the deal. Their words will be the human testimony confirming the spiritual reality. Their astonishment will be your signal that the devourer was truly rebuked and banished from your affairs. The final warning: do not look back. This unmistakable confirmation is the spiritual boundary line. Once the deed is signed and the final key is turned, you must, non duvid, do not doubt, the permanence of your establishment. The maldição, curse, of the ancestral lease is broken. The ciclo de falta is severed. You are a generational curse breaker. When you walk into your new foundation, your old address and your old financial struggles no longer exist for you in the spiritual realm. Do not carry the memory of scarcity or the old furniture mindset with you. The time for your proposito purpose to be fully financed and unhindered is agora. This prophetic word is my final decree to you. Your move is not tentative, it is final. Your riches are not temporary, they are perpetual. Your life is not defined by debt, it is defined by ownership. Feek, stay. Do not scroll away. Stand on this word. The clock is ticking on your old life, and the week is closing in on your new reality. I demand you prepare your testimony now, because you will be sharing it very soon. The final seal is being stamped. Receive it. Hear this final word. The enemy wants you to remain silent and doubt the speed of this milagre. Do not let him steal the glory. I have decreed acceleration and overflow. You are no longer defined by your debts or your address of scarcity. You are an owner rooted in riches, and your new foundation is a living monument to my favor. This message has sealed your destiny. The move is guaranteed. The financial breakthrough is secured. The moment of unmistakable confirmation is upon you. If this final, powerful word has touched your heart and confirmed the spiritual shift you feel agora, now I command you to take action. Write "I receive the final seal" in the comments to lock this prophecy into your life and commit to sharing your powerful testimony of the move. Share this message with 3 people who need their own financial acceleration, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next decree that will multiply the overflow in your life. May the abundance of your new foundation be a light to the world. It is done. The prophetic conclusion, the seal of abundance, and the final call to covenant. Approx. 1,000 words. Par tudu. My beloved child, the final word has been spoken. The decree is signed in the heavens, and the acceleration of your new life is irreversible. The sound of moving trucks is no longer a distant hope. It is the unmistakable confirmation that is manifesting in your physical realm agora, now. The enemy, the devourer, has been vanquished from your territory, and his assignment of scarcity and dividus, debts, has been utterly destroyed. The divine exchange is complete, and you are sealed in ownership and perpetual riches on your new foundation. This message has established the absolute finality of your breakthrough. Hear this final, all-encompassing word. Do not let this message be a temporary high. It is a living covenant established between you and the source of abundance. The move, the multiplication, the clearing of the ancestral lease, and the immense unimaginable wealth I have poured into your hands for this new chapter are permanent. You are now the founder of a wealthy, blessed, and unshakable dynasty, established in a place of overflow. The final seal of the testimony, your greatest act of faith, now is to prepare your testimony. The inimigo, enemy, wants you to remain silent and doubt the speed of this milagro, miracle. But I command you to speak. Your voice is the final consecration of your home. You must declare how the funds arrived de repente, suddenly, how the angel cleared the path, and how you discarded the old furniture, the lack mentality, to embrace the code of the new keys. Your story will be the sign that pulls thousands of others out of their own ciclo de falta, cycle of lack. The mandate for action, sealing your inheritance. I have given you everything. Now I require your final act of obedience to lock in this breakthrough and ensure the perpetual financial favor in your new address. Your action is the final seal. 1. Affirm your ownership. You must solidify your position as an owner and a generational curse breaker. Write with conviction, I receive the final seal. My roots are in overflow forever. This declaration is your spiritual notarization that you accept the permanence of the riches I have given you. Do not let this word be lost. Claim it publicly, immediatamente. 2. Share the prophecy. Your blessing is not just for you. Your overflow is meant to finance the proposito, purpose of others. You must become a vessel of this prophetic truth. Share this message, agora, now, with 3 people you know are struggling with the spirit of debt or stuck in their own old address. By sharing this word, you are activating the multiplication principle in their lives and reaffirming the fonte de renda, source of riches, in your own. Do not hesitate. 3. The final command, subscribe to Covenant. The moment of your visitation is guaranteed, but the sustenance of your abundance requires you to remain connected to the source of revelation. I am releasing new keys, new codes, and new warnings every week to protect your new foundation and guide your steps into even greater, unimaginable wealth. You must not allow the enemy to distract you and cut you off from the continuous flow of divine instruction that secures your destiny. Therefore, I command you, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This is not just a digital action. It is a celo de fe, seal of faith. It is your commitment to stay under the covering of the prophetic word, ensuring that your riches are protected, your focus remains clear, and your roots are constantly watered by the revelation that secures your overflow. Do not delay this step. The enemy is trying to make you skip it, knowing that continuous revelation is the key to continuous riches. The final word is this: I have moved you from the battlefield to the treasury. Walk in your authority. Speak your testimony boldly. Your new life starts immediatamente. It is done.